Okay, here's my audience. Okay. According to Camille Renzoni, approximately 30 million Americans struggle with eating disorders. At least one person dies from an eating disorder every 62 minutes in America. My name is Bria Johnson, and my story on having an eating disorder has strongly influenced my outlook on them. It all started during the middle of the year 2022. I hated the way I looked for some reason. I thought that a skinnier version of myself would help that mindset. I allowed social media and the people around me to negatively impact my mindset during this time. Living with an eating disorder is a constant battle towards healing. Your mindset about social media, comparisons to others, and internal thoughts are important parts of this process. Now I'm going to share some things that I have learned to help you and others with an ongoing eating disorder. So what are eating disorders and their types? According to American Psychiatric Association, eating disorders are behavioral conditions characterized by severe and persistent disturbance in eating behaviors and associated distressing thoughts and emotions. They can be very serious conditions affecting physical, psychological, and social functions. Types of eating disorders include anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, and then avoidant restrictive food intake. Here is the visual on how many children who have anorexia. 25% are male and 75% are female, and then 95% of eating disorder cases occur in people ages 12 through 25. Due to the high statistics of people who struggle with eating disorders, I hope to inform you on society's impacts, your own mindset, symptoms, and ways to recover. Some signs, according to Aldridge: overly focusing on body shape or size, refusing to eat certain food groups, eating less than normal, exercising more than usual, excessively pacing, isolating, withdrawing from friends, wearing baggy clothes are all possible signs of an eating disorder. Social media is a big part of many people's lives today, especially for teens and young adults. It can be a fun, inspiring way to stay connected, but for people struggling with eating disorders, it can also be harmful. One of the biggest problems is how social media can make people feel bad about their bodies and themselves. Rebecca Packin from the Eating Recovery Center explains that 46% of teens ages 13 through 17 say they feel worse about their body image due to social media. She also says that the curated and often unrealistic portrayals of beauty and fitness shared online can pave the way for negative self-comparisons, low self-esteem, and disordered eating behavior. This shows all the percentages of the different types of eating disorders in men versus women. In other words, many of the pictures and videos people see online are edited or filtered to look perfect, and this can lead to unfair comparisons. If you're in recovery from an eating disorder, seeing posts about dieting, calorie counting, or intense workout routines can be very triggering. These posts can make you feel like you're not good enough, even if the images aren't real or healthy. From personal experience, I know how hard this can be. When I saw posts about food restrictions or body transformations, they almost made me feel worse. If this happens to you, it might be a sign that your social media feed is hurting your recovery. Even if the people posting mean well, their content might not be right for you right now. That said, not all parts of social media is bad. In fact, some posts and accounts can actually help you feel better and more supported. For example, seeing people talk openly about their struggles, share tips for recovery, or show what life can look like after healing helped me feel less alone. These kinds of posts gave me hope and reminded me that recovery is possible. If you want to make social media a safer space, here are some things you can do. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about your body or encourage unhealthy habits, and follow people who share positive messages and support recovery. Some examples are Spencer Barboza and Maddie Elise on Instagram. They've helped me. They post honest and uplifting content about self-love and healing. Take breaks from social media if you start feeling overwhelmed. Pay attention to how you feel after scrolling. If something makes you feel anxious or sad, it's okay to mute or unfollow that content. In short, social media can hurt or help your recovery. It all depends on what you're seeing and how it makes you feel. It's important to take control of your feed and make sure it supports your health, not your harmful thoughts. I already talked about these, but anorexia, an estimated 1 in 5 deaths from anorexia are suicides, and then bulimia, 1 in 10 people who have bulimia also struggle with a substance disorder. And binge eating disorder, 40% of binge eating disorders are in men. So next, a big struggle for me was the effects my peers had on me. A lot of the time, no one has to say anything, but eating around other people makes me super self-conscious and always stressing about eating more than others. Personally, this is such a tough mindset to get yourself out of, but you must realize everyone has their own mindset and you cannot be bothered by someone else's looks just because you are struggling. A lot of people are going to say certain things that trigger your mind, but they're not going to realize it because they're not going through the same thing that you are. The internal mindset of a person with an eating disorder is one of the worst parts and hardest to overcome. You're going to have voices in your head constantly. Even when you are recovered, you're still going to fight voices. But now you're not going to let the voices win. I started having an eating disorder mid-2022 and it's 2025 and I still struggle to this day. A mindset you need to have is that you want to get better and you want to help yourself. Only you can help yourself because people around you can only support you and be there for you. You must want to be the change to better yourself. Some steps to recovery from my personal experiences: you need to have the desire to get better, delete any calorie tracker, eliminate weighing yourself, surround yourself with supportive people, and get rid of any social media that is negatively impacting you. Social media and the constant comparison to others is going to play a big role in internal mindset. You're going to be fighting these battles in your mind constantly. As I have shared my personal experience and what you must do to better yourself, please choose the path of healthy choices that lead to a better you.